Wow. This is going to be very interesting, y'all. Listen, you all probably break up more than McDonald's ice cream machine. I'm serious. This is what I call the ultimate bipolar effect. This is a bipolar relationship, but aka it's also known as karmic relationship. You are in a karmic relationship. Listen, did you feel a instant connection with this person? Like when you first met, you just had this instant connection, this deep, intense uh chemistry. Like, do you feel addicted to this person? Like, you guys probably experience like a lot of high highs and in the beginning, like ultimate joy and happiness, and then within like 2 3 months or so, like the mask start falling off, and the happiness and the blissful feelings that you was feeling turned into like depression and turned into anxiety and rage. Like, I'm serious. Like, one day you're happy and laughing and joking and playing, and the next day it's hell on wheels. It's a lot of passion, strong passion. It's a lot of strong passion within this connection, um, which is ordinary, but also within karmic relationships, there's a lot of passion that's not bad. I mean, that's not good. So there's good passion and bad passion. And within this connection, you experience both intense feelings of passion. Okay? Um, like whenever you're around them, you probably feel real secure. But whenever you're not around them, you don't feel secure. You don't trust them. Like I'm saying, this passion is so wild that it can turn violent over like the smallest simple minute disagreements. Like, it's like a turbulence from an airplane ride. Better yet, when y'all get heated, it's like an episode of when Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans and down south. I'm so for real. I am so for real. Keep calm, don't panic. You're in a karmic relationship. I'll explain it to you. I will explain all of this to you so you would know. And if you know, you know, that's fine. But if you don't, just stay tuned. Um, Basically, the easiest way I can explain a karmic relationship is basically two souls before you guys incarnated here. You guys knew each other from a past life, and you created a bond, which is called a soul contract. So things probably did not work out in your previous life with this person. So that's why you have that instant connection. So you guys, before you incarnated here on this plane, you guys agreed to work y'all shit out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all agreed to. So that's why you have this contract with this person. And the whole purpose of karmic relationships is to basically clear out karma and to balance the energies and to balance the karma out. But this is unfinished business. Like I say, like, it's not a soul. Like, some people get karmic relationships confused with soulmate connections. This is not a soulmate. This person is not a soulmate connection. Now, some karmic relationships can be salvaged, but majority of them are very short lived. Okay, they are very short lived. Um, there's some issue that you guys didn't resolve in the past life that has to be resolved before either one of y'all soul can evolve, you know. And like I said, the only similarity is the intense passion and chemistry, um like with twin flame relationships. But there's a difference though. Like karmic relationships, like y'all probably do, like I said, y'all do a lot of breaking up and making up, and the sex is very, very mind blowing. It's sex that you've never experienced before, and that's why a lot of karmic relationships people tend to break up and make up, because the sex be so wild and good. Like, ain't nobody never gave you no sex like that before. But let me go deeper. Okay. uh in the beginning, both of y'all probably was blinded by each other's flaws, because y'all was like, oh, we get along so good. We're so compatible. We both like this. We both like that. So y'all overlook y'all flaws, and you overlook certain things, which that's common. But as time grew, you just begin to be emotionally and physically exhausted because, listen, within this connection, it's a one-sided connection. Like, it's a challenge. One person is benefiting while the other person is giving, and the other person is just taking, and it's the art, like the drama within this connection is so mind-blowing. Like, I'm serious. Like, y'all can argue over the little smallest things, and then that can make you want to rip their neck apart, or vice versa, or they want to rip your neck apart, or y'all want to put some bullets in each other. Like, I'm serious. This is not a joke. It may be coming out like I'm playing, but I'm serious. Y'all know this is real. And if you ignore the signs, it could literally cause severe loss, and it can even cause violence. I'm talking about serious violence, and I don't want to see that. So listen, like I said, y'all may seem compatible at surface level, but in actuality, you're not you're not compatible like that. And that leads y'all to bump heads a lot because y'all don't agree. Y'all don't have the same viewpoints and stuff like that. Y'all don't agree on certain things. And it's like this connection really brings out the worst in you. Karmic relationships tend to bring out the worst in a person if they don't leave. And if they don't both try to make the relationship work. You know what I'm saying? Because in actuality, you're basically trying to learn a karmic lesson. You're basically just learning a lesson. See, this karmic relationships brings out your shadow side, the dark side, the darker side. That's why you know how to push their buttons and they know how to push your buttons. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm serious. But you guys both are living in a constant fear and worry because you want to leave sometimes, but then you don't want to leave because you have this fear of you don't know, you know how it's gonna end, and you don't know how you're gonna get over this person, and you don't want this person with somebody else because they sex is just that goddamn good, and so you're worried a lot. And you're just on a constant roller coaster ride. You happy one day, and then the next minute and then like in the beginning, like y'all probably like couldn't even uh be separated from each other. Like y'all just spent so much time with each other. And that's karmic relationships. It be like that. It's addictive. It's like a drug. It's addictive. And you can't escape this. Like this was a part of your soul contract. This was a part of your soul contract. But overall, the challenges are basically just helping your soul to, like I said, grow and evolve. You feel me? Although this connection, I do sense there's a lack of communication. There's a strong lack of communication. Like y'all both can't communicate with each other. Like y'all both don't, or either you're communicating with them and they overlooking shit and they not really listening to you like you want to be listening, heard. It's like it's just one sided. It's one sided, and like I say, karmic relationships tend to don't last. They be doomed to fail. But I'm not saying that both parties can't actually come on board and make this thing work. It's just that's y'all's choice. But I'm just letting you know that this is a very toxic. This is toxic, and it's gonna lead to emotional damage and physical damage to your health. Like, it's just like relationships and healthy connections supposed to bring out the best in you, not the worst. Not the worst. It doesn't. And connections and relationships sometimes y'all gonna have arguments and stuff like that. You're gonna have disagreements, but with this, the lack of communication and the poor communication within this connection makes it very hard for this thing to push. for this thing to succeed, you know. Basically, it's about how much you're willing to tolerate, how much you're willing to tolerate from this person. Because I know you probably have tolerated things. This person probably have said things that if anybody else would have said that, you probably would have been bounced. I'm serious. Like, this person probably have done things and said things to you that you still forgive them and you still take them back. Or it's somebody's holding resentment within this connection. Like, there's a lot of resentment. Like, it's like a competition. Like, do y'all feel like this is a competition? Like, y'all partner is constantly trying to compete with you instead of trying to be on your team? Like, a real healthy connection, uh normally, like, both people be on teams. You're both on the same, on the same level. Nobody is more important than the other person. Like, that's not, it's not cool. But within this connection, it's like y'all running the whole goddamn relay race. One person is trying to outdo the other, and one person is just trying to consistently bring dog shit to the other person's doorstep. And I know whoever this person is, you sick of that dog shit being brought to your doorstep. So you got to do something about it. It's basically like, how much can you tolerate? It's basically teaching you things about people. Karmic relationships teach you about people and how to handle relationships and things of that nature. Whereas soulmate connections teach you a lot about your self-worth, and they help to elevate your self-worth and things about yourself. But like, it's just this connection is complicated, and it's just like you're always on your goddamn tippy toes. Like, you always gotta walk around on eggshells, because you don't you the smallest thing could set this person off. The smallest thing could really set them off. But the whole purpose of this connection is for you to change and transition. It brings out that darker side, that shadow side. So you know what? If you never met your shadow side, your darker side, you will learn how to uh, accept certain things about yourself. You will learn certain things about yourself that you never knew, and then you will learn how to uh, correct those. See, listen, if you don't pick up the lessons within these connections, these karmic relationships and things of that nature, you're just going to keep meeting the same person, but just in a different body. Like that, or not the same person, but just the same characteristics, the same shit that they put you through. If you don't learn the lesson and you go out here and you get in another relationship, it's going to be repetitive, toxic shit brought to you. Like, seriously, you gotta learn the lesson. You gotta learn the lesson that this karmic relationship is trying to teach you. And then once you learn the lesson, if you have learned the lesson, you gotta cut the cord, and you got to know when it's time to bounce. Biggity biggity bounce bounce. Like, for real. You know? Like, if a connection is not, and I keep saying this, if a connection is not bringing you the joy that you deserve and the happiness that you know you deserve, and it's leaving you unfulfilled, it's time to go. If a connection is bringing out the worst in you and not the best, it's time to go. It's time to conclude this story, this page, this chapter is over with. um I mean, listen, for what I'm picking up, whatever it was, you didn't handle it correctly in the past life. So now you met this person, y'all met each other. Now you either can work through this bullshit, learn from it, or just throw in the towel and keep it moving. And if you, like I say, if you have learned from it, just keep it moving. Just keep it moving, because now, guess what? Your soul is evolving. You've learned it. It was a challenge, and it put you to the test, but you got through it. You got through it. It may give you a little bit of anxiety and depression, and you know what I'm saying, a little rage and stuff like that, but you got through it, because, listen, at the end of the day, The only thing we leave, the only thing we get to take with us when we leave are memories. And I'm gonna leave you with this. How do you want? What kind of memories you want to take with you? Happy memories or a lot of uh unhealthy memories, like bad shit? You want to take a lot of bad shit with you when you leave from this existence? If it's complicated and that person is not willing to grow with you, and you're at that level where you're growing and you're changing and you're transitioning, and this person's not willing, you know what to do. But I can't make you do that. That decision is based on what you want to do. You know. That's basically all I have for right now. Just know that you too. So don't be so hard on this person, because you two souls agreed to work this shit out. You two agreed. In this past, like before you guys got into bodies and before y'all incarnated here, this is something y'all agreed to. You know? Um, so I just wish you all the best. And if you need any type of further assistance with this reading, or you want any type of questions y'all got, don't be afraid to hit me up, because like I said, I'm here for each and every one of you all. Thank you all.